Now, man, we back in this thing like good cracking this thing, man. Rich Trapper tapping in, TN and Trap News Network. Early morning commute, man. I'm dropping off the kids to school. Just left the gym this morning. You know, got those crazy threats from Officer Rat Run Hunter about me not going to the gym. Did that this morning. Headed back to the gym this morning. Let's see if anything razzle dazzle happens. There was a lot of threats of razzle, but let's see if we get some dazzle. You feel me? We might just get some dazzle this morning. Dazzle's in the chat. Let's get into this Contiana though, man. Without no further do's or don'ts, jump into this good Contiana news you can use. Knowledge you can't get nobody's college here at TN Trap News Network. It's not good news you can use. It's not good knowledge, though. You ain't finna get nobody's college, though. Big talk. Tap in with the tap in to make sure you are in fact tapped in with that good tap in. You feel me? You feel me? Hit the like, hit the comment, hit the get subscribe button, get that notification bell. We gonna get you into something. We're Sharper tapping in with another Young and Hefe style video. Big shout out to Young and Hefe. Don't care about nothing but what the check say. Young guy, Hefe don't care about nothing but the check. Hefe, you feel me? You feel me? Hit the notification bell, hit the like, hit the comment, hit the get subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TN Trap News Network, man. News you can use, knowledge you can't get nobody's college. We finna slide over here, man. Some rumors is going around the streets. Yesterday, y'all heard the no jumper victim speak out. Marciano, it's on my page, man. He spoke out, and now we getting into this Contiana. Let's jump into it. Let's go.
Is quite prevalent.
To even open this can of worms, but we have reason to be skeptical about your statements about Big U because you obviously co-signed Loose Cannon telling the story about how Big U basically got Nipsey killed or whatever.
Today, we're going to unravel a subject that, unfortunately, is quite prevalent in the daily lives of many. Manipulation. This form of negative social influence reveals how individuals or organizations use subtle tactics to gain control and advantage over others.
Some things that he initiates, so then that backlash falls back on me and get myself out the way. I really believe that his mission was to come in, infiltrate, think he can utilize me for my resources.
You're talking about Loose Cannon?
Yeah, try to get me to include myself in some things that he initiates. We don't care. If you come playing, you will get played with. 63, 53, 43, 33, 23, you know, any of them, like, bro, your chin is working. But what he should have known is the minute he started doing what he's doing.
Talking about the Brawl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I walked away. Nah, brother. You not pulling me into that. You not pulling my team into that.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
How do you take 20,000 children?
Allowed to secretly record people. Can you use your phone? Can you use the audio capture and secretly record? Is it legal to do that? We're going to unpack and answer all of those questions in this whiteboard video. First, going to examine the basic law regarding recording confidential communication. We're then going to break down what is and is not a confidential communication so you know what you can record and what you can't record. And finally, we'll unpack what to do if you've recorded somebody in violation of law. My office has received hundreds of phone calls up and down the state of California. California Penal Code, Section 632, subsection A, says that it's against the law. Specifically, it says, a person who intentionally and without the consent of all parties to a confidential communication uses an electronic recording device to eavesdrop upon or record the confidential communication shall be punished by a fine or a short jail sentence.
In 2024, the month of December to be exact, what started as a routine podcast taping at the No Jumper studio spiraled into a violent street brawl, leaving 2 men bloodied and 1 paralyzed, shocking the hip-hop media world with more questions than answers. But beneath the chaos and the fists, something more deliberate was captured by a camera, no one expected to matter. A signal, a foot tap, and at the center of it all, Cass Jones, aka Wack 100. The brawl itself wasn't random. It was strategic, Orchestrated, and the man everyone now blames for setting it in motion, has spent the past few weeks rewriting history with every interview, live stream, and podcast appearance he can get. This documentary reveals how Wack 100 has used lies, manipulation, and deflection to cover up his alleged role in the attack, and how that same deception may soon cost him everything, from misleading the public to attempting to mislead the federal government. Wack 100 is playing a dangerous game, and he is out of his league. Chad Jones, the man known as Wack 100, is a music manager turned internet personality. He's managed rap stars like The Game and Blueface, but these days he's more famous for starting fights online and tricking Big U off the streets than launching careers. A frequent guest on Vlad TV, No Jumper, and DJ Academic's platforms, Wack has carved out a reputation as the go-to voice for hip-hop gossip, gang politics, and controversy. But on that December night, he wasn't just a commentator. He was allegedly a participant, and for the first time, the evidence directly contradicts the persona he's tried to sell. Surveillance footage shows Wack 100 standing with a group of men near the No Jumper parking lot. One of them was a man now identified as the fake Loose Cannon, an impersonator using the name of a known icon in the music industry. It appears that Wack leans in, tips his weight, and taps the foot of the fake Loose Cannon. What follows is immediate and violent, a brutal assault on two men caught entirely off guard. The tap wasn't innocent, it was a signal, and in street code, a signal like that can mean only one thing: go. For the victims, the attack came out of nowhere, but for Wack, it was premeditated, caught on tape, and undeniable. But almost immediately, Wack went on the
Hurry, step on up, come one, come all, men, women, and children of all ages. Come to the Clown Carnival where you play stupid games and win stupid prizes. Where you play stupid games and win stupid prizes. Yeah, man, like Marciano said, you see the infamous No Jumper whoop-de-bam. You see that foot tap, Adams. It would be trash if you was in the middle of a No Jumper day and sheriff showed up at your door to serve Wack paperwork only to find out that he has existing warrants. Damn it, man. Existing warrants from Atlanta because you threatening little kids in elementary schools and old ladies and plumbers. Warrants out of LA because you're conspiring to set up fights and issues online with this No Jumper Brawl, and now you're trying to get ahead of it because not only are you on the No Jumper Brawl indictment list, you're on that snitch list that Big U is about to get his hands on because he's his own lawyer. It's tricky. Kicking feet to have feet whooped is barnacles. Kicking a foot to have a foot whipped is barnacles. It's not how you conduct yourself, and that's not gentlemanlike. We do know that he's been going on this whole streak of making it clear, no, I'm not doing anything. No, I'm not doing this. No, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not this. No, I'm not that. Blah, blah, blah this and blah, blah, blah that. Blah, blah, blah that and blah, blah, blah this. We all know that, but we all saw the truth. We all heard you for the last 5 years going these rants. And we've heard you for the last going on 3 months, but prior to that, 3 months earlier, meaning from December to maybe March, from March into what is now current day May. You've been switching your story. You went from, oh yeah, man, you come playing with us, we gonna blah, blah, blah. You come with the band, we gonna blah, blah, blah. Now it's, oh, I'm a victim, my neck, my back, yo, and yo. Right, okay, Kaya. Cooking with Kaya. Face grown, man. Anyway, let's jump back into the story of this devilish fiend who needs to get off the streets, who's outside attacking the elderly. I'm not sure what the exposers have against the elderly. It's a lot of elderly attacks going on here, but let's continue to get back to this content.
Immediately, Wack went on the offensive, not physically this time, but digitally. The very next day, he hopped on YouTube with a story that defied the footage. He claimed that the two men had threatened him by yelling out gang sets. He implied that the fake Loose Cannon acted in defense for his protection.
Lou says, so you came up here for content, right? He says, well, however you want to put it, cuz.
How'd they come up here for content when they didn't have anybody filming?
You're missing the point. That ain't what that mean.
What's
right?
the content then?
That ain't, look, content means you can have a camera or your ass can be content, right? So Luce tells him, you came up here for content, right? He says back to Luce, whatever, cuz, how you want to put it, on gangster. Luce says, nigga, this is on neighborhood. Okay, in this jungle, Adam, anything gangster crip, anything neighborhood crip is automatically enemies.
I heard.
Guess what?
We had a whole cigarette thing here.
Now guess what? That's crip situation going on, right?
In Wack's version, he wasn't a conspirator. He was the target, the victim. But something didn't quite add up. If he was scared, why was he the one giving signals? Why did he entertain the victim seconds before the attack began?
He should have known the day of the no jumper stuff. He should have known. And I don't know why his light didn't go off. He should have known that day. Because I did something that day that should have told him what you doing is not gonna work. See, he was trying to, I guess from it looks like, bait people in. But when he called one of the guys, right, you know what the guys told him? Wack called me and canceled. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I never told Loose Cannon I called the guy and canceled because you're not supposed to be up there anyway.
Then came the contradiction. On No Jumper, Wack claimed he jumped in to stop it. According to him, things could have gotten worse if not for his leadership.
When I do what I'm supposed to do, everybody witnessed it. Y'all witnessed outside of No Jumper. Did I do what I'm supposed to do?
You didn't do anything.
No, bullshit. Oh, bullshit. I stopped some shit.
Wack, when
Did
you
I not?
lined up, when you lined up,
Did I not?
when you lined
I
up,
didn't.
You mean stopped it?
You telling me I didn't stop nothing outside this building?
Unless there was a threat that we didn't see off camera.
Are you telling me out there with this weenie, the PDF file, Jay Reed, y'all telling me I didn't stop
allegedly,
nothing?
you could get sued.
Participate.
No, you're a motherfucking lie. I didn't stop nothing.
But again, the footage says otherwise. Wack was there before, during, and after the assault. At no point does he attempt to pull anyone away. Adam22, founder of No Jumper, reportedly confronted Wack privately. Sources claim Adam was furious, saying Wack used his platform to orchestrate street drama. From that moment on, Adam22 began distancing himself from the beating. And Wack, he began doubling down.
It's not me getting beat up. Who gives a f? It's the fact that this assault took place at my facility in the first place.
First of all, well, let's backtrack. You made me aware it was somebody back there.
Exactly, because I saw them outside and I felt
Okay,
it.
now
I was
stop.
like, oh, what am I going to do? I'm going to call Wack, let him know there's a couple guys
I
outside.
don't know if y'all caught what just happened, man. Wack just tried to put that on Adam. Well, you was the one that told me that was there. Well, you the one that blah, blah, blah. Well, you the one that wooty bam. Well, you the one, well, you the one, well, you the one, well, you the one. Wack is trying to drag Adam into the no jumper fight. Wack is literally, we just heard him. Well, you the one, well, you the one, well, you the one. Man, Adam, if you don't get away from that snake sooner than later, see, here go the thing though, Adam, you've been playing in the snake pit so long, you're not sure what the snake didn't bit you if you got some venom in you, big dog. You're not sure if the snake bit you and you got some venom in you, big dog. Because the whole situation is very clear to see that Wack is a cancer not only to our society, but to your building, not only to our environment, but to your building, not only to our community and to our culture and to our universe, but to your building. You know, so you might just want to go ahead and get on that, because when it hit the fan, the first thing he said was, well, you the one that told me that was there. Well, you the one, well, you the one, well, you the one. He's trying to implement you into a crime, and he's trying to make you an accessory after the fact or before the fact. Pay attention to that, Adams, with an S. The flammery, the skullduggery, and the larceny. So while you out here trying to get people's TikToks, Instagrams, YouTubes, and all that shut down, bro, the feds have what they have on you. And the last thing you want to do is piss off any more influencers or YouTubers to where they might want to go ahead and start making any more videos on you and helping out your digital footprint. It seemed like you might want to be a little bit more friendly, big dog. It seemed like you might want to be a little bit more friendly to the content creators you out here bullying and pushing around, because I believe that a class action lawsuit will make this a little bit worse for you at the victims of Rat Run Hunter. You feel me? A civil suit is already in the matter. Some criminal suits is already in the matter. You feel me? So with that being said, y'all be better today than what y'all were yesterday, be even better tomorrow, but today be at your best. Red dots to the left, you know the rest. Free Avenue Angel Tweets free. We go.
Great street drama. From that moment on, Adam22 began distancing himself from the beating. And Wack, he began doubling down.
It's not me getting beat up. Who gives a f? It's the fact that this assault took place at my facility in the first place.
First of all, let's backtrack. You made me aware it was somebody back there.
Exactly, because I saw them outside and I felt it. I was like, oh, what am I going to do? I'm going to call Wack, let him know there's a couple guys outside.
Now watch this. Wack didn't run out on no bullshit.
Right, but the people that you invited are the ones who got involved in this bullshit. And from my perspective, this is all like a big PR thing. Because why was somebody filming before it even started?
Wait, I don't listen. I can't tell you that.
Well, human nature is that there's a bunch of clout chasing going on. If you're going to punch somebody in the face, you tell your friend to film beforehand. That's some clout chasing shit.
Let me ask you a question.
That's somebody who plans on putting the video out from the beginning. Loose Cannon
was supposed to come up here and meet me on my way out because we driving to Vegas.
The turning point came when federal charges were filed against the fake Loose Cannon in early 2025. The charges included conspiracy, robbery, assault, and connections to a wider investigation. And suddenly, Wack changed his narrative again. He claimed that the fake Loose Cannon was working alone, that he never endorsed the violence, and that he himself had become the victim of collateral damage. It was no longer I stopped the fight. It became I was set up. But digital evidence tells a different story. Footage, audio, location pings, all of it places Wack at the scene, before the fight, during the attack, and in communication with key players afterwards. Reverse psychology is Wack's new weapon. In every interview, he flips the narrative, accusing others of the very same things that he did.
Yeah.
Your clubhouse people call?
So definitely.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, see? Spies, exposers. Yeah, on my mom, I can show you.
So this is a Wack 100 play the whole time?
No, I don't have to.
You didn't even explicitly tell him to do this call to the lawyer?
He just told them what happened on Clubhouse and they did it. He told them what happened on Clubhouse and they did it.
Bro, they go to fucking work.
He claims that the fake Loose Cannon was trying to drag him into crimes, but Wack was already there. From the moment he tapped that foot, he was in it. Even YouTube commenters who once supported Wack are now asking if he was innocent, why lie? The bigger problem for Wack isn't public perception, it's federal prosecution. Federal agents aren't influencers. They don't fall for PR spin. They are trained in surveillance, behavior analysis, phone triangulation, and AI assistance evidence review. And U.S. attorneys? These are Ivy League educated professionals with years of courtroom experience. They specialize in catching people who think they are smarter than the law. Wack may have fooled a few YouTube creators and commenters, but he's not going to fool the feds. What Wack has done is an attempt to obstruct the truth. He lied about being targeted, lied about de-escalating, and lied about his role. And while social media might let it slide, the justice system doesn't. In court, every lie becomes a breadcrumb, every deleted post becomes a red flag, and every contradiction becomes a crack in the defense. The fake Loose Cannon is already facing time, and Wack, he might just be next in line. What makes this more tragic is how avoidable it all was. Wack didn't have to lie, but once he started, he couldn't stop. In trying to control the narrative, he exposed his own. His greatest weapon, his voice, has now become the very thing that could get him indicted. This isn't Clubhouse. This isn't Instagram. This is the federal court system. Wack 100 once built his name on his ability to talk, but the problem with talking too much is eventually you talk yourself into trouble. The brawl was caught on camera. The lie was caught on audio. And the deception, that was caught in plain sight. Cass Jones, aka Wack 100, there is no more hiding behind street codes, internet antics, or tough talk. The foot tap, the spin, the lies, they all lead to one conclusion. Wack wasn't an innocent bystander. He was a central figure. And as federal prosecutors close in, his bigger lie may be the one that finally ties him to the very crimes that he tried to deny.